Yes. Vectors and scalars, lesson 4. I told you already, in lesson 3, we just started exercise, not much. We took some special cases. So after doing that, we'll go to application of sum of two vectors in physics, that is resultant of two forces, resultant motion. So let me continue from the lesson 3 itself, few ideas. Now I'll give you simple exercise and I want you to keep doing it. Like you keep talking to me rather as we keep doing things. Huh? I'll make it very, very simple but meaningful. Which of the following forces cannot be obtained by combining ten newtons and 5 newtons? Okay, like a quiz. This is 5 newton, 10 newton, 3, 50 newtons, 4. None of the above. So you can make a guess also, but not a wild guess. But if you know the answer in a proper way, you should give me. Okay. So, do you want to take up? Yes, Vignesh?
So I think it's option D, none of the above, sir.
None of the above. And how about others?
Yes, sir, I agree with him.
Vishnu Ardhan also
Yes,
says
sir,
none.
option 4, sir.
Abhinav?
Sir, option 4, sir.
Option 4. So Abhinav, Vishnu, Vignesh, all are giving 4. How anybody else?
Sir, I think it's option 1.
Option 1. Option 4 only is correct. Okay. Now, since Vignesh gave it first, I want him to give the reasoning. Come on.
So 5 Newton and 15 Newton can be produced if the angle between the vectors is 180 degrees and 0 degrees, sir.
Right.
And 10 degrees is just formed because of one more degree between 0 and 180 degrees.
Between
So
0 and 180, because we said 5 is the 5 and 10 we have. So minimum is 5, maximum is 15. This is happening for 0 degrees. This is happening for 180 degrees, right? Suhita?
Yes, sir.
Angle is 180, it is mod A minus mod B. 10 minus 5 is 5 only, right? 10 plus 5
Yes,
is
sir.
15. So when they're in the same direction, 15. When they're in opposite direction, 5. So for some or the other angle, you'll get 10 also, right? See the whole idea of what? Minimum and maximum. Tell me. So everything in between 5 and 15 can be obtained for some or the other angle between 0 and 180. That means 5 you can get, 10 you can get, 15 you can get. So answer is none of the above. Agreed, everybody?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
All right, now I'll give another question. Okay, I'll make it simple first. After that, we'll see. The magnitude of the sum of two vectors of magnitudes P and 2P is P again. The the angle between them is. Two participants. Other than Vignesh, who? Vasist, tell me.
Sir, I think it's just 180 degrees because it's a
Yes.
difference of,
Right. Agreed. Do all others agree? Vishnuvardhana, do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Right. So keep writing the answers, okay? I'll just go on giving very simple things like this to make it clear, whatever you did. Ultimately, you need to know that you need to solve the problems, okay? These are simple things, but they'll illustrate the meaning of the formulas and ideas we discussed, okay? So can I continue, children?
Sir, what is it, sir? The magnitude of two sum of the sum
The
of two vectors
magnitude
of
of the sum of
magnitude
two vectors. The magnitude of sum of two vectors means mod of A plus B,
A.
right? The magnitude of the sum of two vectors. Sum of two
What
vectors
is the magnitude, sir? Here, P and
magnitude is how much? You are there for the vectors from the beginning, no, Takshil?
yes, sir. I mean, I'm asking what is written over here, the P and I couldn't understand that. What is written over there?
The magnitude of the sum of two vectors of magnitudes P and 2P. The English is
Okay,
good.
sir. Thank you.
Is P again. The angle between them is 180 degrees. Tell me, did you really follow now?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next. I should mention magnitude, otherwise that will be meaningless. Because I'm not putting vectors here, P bar to P bar, I'm not putting like that. These are the magnitudes only. You know, mod A plus B equals mod A minus mod B when theta is 180. Mod of A plus B. I really want you to get into the notation properly. Equals mod A plus mod B when theta is 0. Isn't it, Takshil?
Yes, sir.
So you need to do from what we learned already. Just have you. That's the reason I keep asking you to write your notes. Are you writing?
Yes, sir. I am writing.
Okay.
I was just asking what was written over there.
Right. Now, I'll continue. The magnitude of the sum of two vectors equal in magnitude is equal to either of them. So while writing, I am reading it. So listen to it and write. What is the angle between them? First, understand the problem. What is the angle between them? Tashil, read the question and try to understand English first and then the physics meaning of it. And you can confirm your understanding by talking to me.
Yes, sir.
Vignesh, come on.
So I think the angle between them is 120 degrees.
120 degrees. Did you do it now or you knew it already?
Sir, it was in my notes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Not a bad thing, but we should be able to get it, huh? You understood the question then, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
All right. How about others? First of all, the language, the wording you need to understand first. Vasisht and the other fellow, what is Sai Ganesh, Vishnu, Vishnuvardhan, read it.
Yes, sir. The magnitude of the sum of two vectors
Hmm.
equal in magnitude is equal to either of them. What is the angle between them?
So have you followed the question?
Not exactly, sir.
So Vignesh, can you elaborate the question? Don't read the question. Just tell me. Giving.
Sir, the question tells that the sum of both the equal vectors.
Don't say equal vectors. Equal vectors is different from equal in magnitude.
Okay. Yes,
Right.
sir.
That's why I was very accurate in writing. So that looks a little formidable in the beginning, the English, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me.
So their sum is equal to their magnitude, sir. The resultant magnitude is equal to.
Vignesh, you can say like this, sir, there is one vector P, magnitude P. Another vector whose magnitude is also P. Their sum is also P. That is,
yes, sir.
Mod A equals P, you can say, because we already have a formalism there. Mod B equals P. So mod R is also P.
Yes, sir.
That's how you can make it accurate for everybody.
Okay, sir.
Vishnu.
Yes, sir. Got it.
You understood now? All
Yes,
you
sir.
put in words is like this. And one challenge in physics in future will be to read the question and understand it. We used to call it word problems, no? Lower classes. In the lower classes, first people tell you how to add, how to subtract, how to multiply, all that. Then children are scared for word problems because you need to find out whether to sum it, subtract it, multiply it by reading the question. The algorithm is required for that, right? So what it says is, yeah, there are two vectors A bar and B bar. Magnitude of A is P, magnitude of B is P, the sum is also P, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Others, I want people to speak. More you speak, more you get.
Yes, sir.
And it also shows you are positive. Right, now look at that.
Sir, so how 120 degrees can?
We'll see, it is not over, no?
Okay,
Now
sir.
the formula, Gurucharan, mod of A plus B is equal to what? Root of, tell me.
Mod A
Mod
square
A
plus
square
mod
plus
B
mod B
square
square
plus 2 mod A mod B cos theta.
cos theta, right? Now, look, substitute now. Mod A plus B is how much according to the question? Guru, P.
Yes, sir.
And mod A is P square plus 2P square cos theta. Do you understand, Guru Charan? Mod A is B, mod B is P, R is also P. This R. Sum.
Yes, sir.
Array, just now I wrote no in the previous page.
Yes, sir.
So now square it. And like even if I don't write mod, you remember it is mod. Tell me, Gurucharan.
Yes, sir.
Others, please. Children, in the beginning, I have no problem. I'll show you the simplest of the things. Do you follow? Learning something properly now makes a big difference. Actually, I don't differentiate between better and bad students in the beginning. I have no problem with that. But after teaching, after you don't speak and you get into trouble and ask me later, maybe that's not feasible then because there's syllabus and the levels. Okay, come on. So do it fast. I'll give you another question here itself. Just 1 second. So, Suhita,
Sir.
have you understood that?
Yes, sir.
Gayatri? Gayatri. Are you there? Gayatri is not responding. Okay. Now another question I'll give you. Come on.
What is it, sir? Their sum is?
Perpendicular. Yes, so writing full. This
Yeah,
sign
okay, sir. Yeah,
and
got
R I
perpendicular
write.
to the small.
Parallel we write like this, right?
Yeah, I said it.
Between like that. So no one is raising the hand now. Vignesh?
Sir, solving, sir.
Okay, solve it. I'll send you 1 rupee through Google Pay if you get it fast and correct. So, Gurucharan, Shivacharan, Shivacharan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Have you followed the previous one?
Yes, I have followed it.
Actually, I've got a very small agenda for you people. I want you to use 2 formulae. What are those 2 formulae? Tell me. Mod R or mod of A plus B is equal to root of all that. This is one formula. Then other formula is tan alpha formula. That's all. I have nothing else. So this will test your logical capacity also, more than physics. Okay, take down the question. I'll discuss it for you. So what is the first step in physics problem, children? You need to read and understand what is being asked. That's normal. But in solving, the first thing is picture the problem on the paper or in the mind. So,
Sir, is it 30 degrees?
30 degrees. Luck is not on your side.
No, sir. No, cos 1 by 2 is
60, 120, 150.
Sir, I'm getting 120.
Sir, it's 120, sir.
Oh, your luck is good.
Yes,
Now,
sir,
if
it's
you
-1 by
if you tell me how you got it, then I don't say it is luck. Okay?
Sir, I used the formula.
Which formula?
Mod A plus B form.
With that you don't get. With that you don't get. Now, okay. Both Enoch and Vignesh were telling the answer is 120. It is 120. But just for the sake of fun, I am giving ABCDs. I never give like that. In the beginning, I wanted to solve problems without ABCDs. Huh? Okay. No, sometimes we have a little kind of what you call intuition, which is not bad anyway. Can I go to the next page, children? I am going.
Yes.
Now, Vignesh and Enoch, tell me, how do we approach the problem? There are two vectors, vector A and vector B.
Yes, sir. One is double.
Vector A's magnitude is x, vector B's magnitude is 2x, let us think.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it so? Huh?
Yes, sir.
We can think the other way, doesn't matter. Vector A, this is. Vector B is, for example, 2 times this. Why am I putting like this? Actually, you can immediately say, why are you putting like that? Because I know that the resultant is perpendicular to the smaller one, this one. So definitely B should be like that, isn't it? Mod A equals x, mod B equals 2x. Of course, this figure also you don't require. The angle resultant makes an angle alpha with A, we set. This is the resultant, which is A plus B. This, if it is making an alpha with A, the formula is tan alpha equals mod B sine theta, where theta is the angle between two vectors, by mod A plus mod B cos theta. Okay, but tan alpha is what? Tan 90, right? Hello. Mod B is 2x, mod A is x plus 2x cos theta. Tan 90 is how much, children? 1 by 0. So x plus 2x cos theta is, tell me, 0. So cos theta equals minus half. So theta is 120. This is how you should do that.
Sir,
Tell me. Yes.
sir, yesterday you had given a formula for tan alpha if resultant is perpendicular to the vector, sir.
No,
So you told tan alpha is B by A.
Vectors are not perpendicular here. Here resultant is perpendicular to A in the question. Look, when this is A, this is B, this is resultant or R. This is alpha, right? But this alpha in this case is 90. So I put 90.
Yes, sir.
I need not have to give this figure. I can simply start from the here only. But how that resultant may be perpendicular, I wanted to show.
Yes, sir.
Now look at it. People are free to ask questions.
Sir, why can't we take vector B from tail of A, sir?
Can take, doesn't matter.
Okay.
That is
Sir,
what you
can
call.
you please?
That's what you call the law of triangular vectors.
Yes, sir.
But this will be the angle, not that. Okay.
Okay.
So our resultant is like this, law of triangular vectors. This is vector A, this is vector B, this is the A plus B. You can do this, you can do this, doesn't matter.
Sir, I did law of triangular vector only, sir. I got 120 degrees.
Like when you plotted it, like figure, if you plot like this, what you mean to say is I'll find out this angle, for example, isn't it? Huh? I don't know whether you did it. This is X.
Sir, I got resultant root 3p. P root 3.
This is 2x. So you can use even here you can do straight away. Sine theta equals, cos theta equals x by 2x. So 1 by 2. So theta is 60 degrees. So this angle is 60. Therefore, this is 120.
120, yes.
You can do this once you draw the figure this way also, you'll get it. Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Sir,
once can you explain the calculation part, sir, from the tan 90 is equal to 2x sine theta?
Yeah, just one second.
Yes, sir.
Sir, so if you use the cosine rule, it's wrong for this case, sir. If we use the cosine method, it's wrong for this case, sir.
Just let me address Manasa's question. After that, you have to be clear, Enoch. Your question should be clear. Manasa, where is your trouble? Tell me.
Sir, what happened to the 2x sine theta in the numerator, sir?
Betty, once you write this as 1 by 0,
Yes, sir.
cross multiply.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay. In the beginning,
Yes, sir.
I don't mind even this Manasa, but not later. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But she asked, I don't know whether somebody else understood this. Others, did you understand before Manasa asked this?
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's my expectation, like, isn't it? If this is infinity, this should be 0, right? Hello, infinity equals something by 0 only, so this should be 0. Manasa, Emma.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Right. Now, Enoch, what was your question?
Sir, like if we use the cosine rule which you gave yesterday, we even got 120 degrees. Like, is it wrong or right if you use like that?
Where did you use cosine rule? So after
This
getting this
line.
2x and this one, then you use cosine rule?
No, sir. Initially only that.
Initially, if you use, how will you get?
Mod x plus 2x is equal to root over
Just a
x
minute.
square. That.
Tell me, mod of a plus b is
x.
You can't
Yes,
write mod x. This is vector a, this is vector b. Why do you write x plus 2x? You cannot. You can write like this.
Sir, by using Pythagoras theorem, we can get so.
No, Pythagoras theorem you use and you get this length first and then use it here. You understand? This is 2x, this is x means 4x square minus x square under root. This will be how much? Tell me. Root 3x, right?
3x.
Now you write root 3x here. Then you will get. This is x square plus.
Yes, sir. I use that method.
4x square plus, yeah, no problem. 4x square, 2 into x into 2x, right? Cos theta. Do you follow? So this is root 3x we told.
Yes.
So square it and do that, you'll get it. Okay? Cos theta you get. So if you want to use cosine rule, you should get this value. You can't write x plus 2x
Okay.
here, Anik,
Yes,
enough. Huh?
Yes.
So okay, first method, second method, third method, you can give names if you want. And do all of them. Okay? Just don't say I got the answer, I want to leave it. And others, Sai Ganesh, are you okay with the whole thing? Sai Ganesh.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Sir, once can you explain the second method, sir?
There's no difference between second and this figure. This is A. This should be B, we said, because the resultant should be perpendicular to this. So the third side should be here, no? So the other should be like this. So once I decided that, everything is simple. Because I know this is x, this is x, this is 2x, and this is x. I know that I can get cos theta here. So cos theta is x by 2x. That's what I wrote. So theta came 60. If this is coming 60, this should be 120. Our answer is 120, not 60. Huh?
Yes, sir. Got it. Yes, sir.
There are only three sides, Ganesh.
Yes, sir.
A, B, and the resultant. In the problem, it is given that the resultant or the sum is perpendicular to the smaller vector. So it should be like this, no?
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
If it is like this, how
Yes,
should
sir.
it be? This way only. Because tip to
Yeah.
tail.
Yes, sir.
You understand? A is like this, smaller vector. Resultant is like this. So how should we be? Tip to tail, tail to tip. Right?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Right. Come on. Others, any question? Yeah. I'll be very happy if you keep asking things like this. Later, no excuses for not getting things. When I give an assignment, you cannot say that, sir, we did not follow later. Tell me, children. So can I continue?
Yes, sir.
But have you all taken all the methods? 1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir.
No, don't say I followed it. That's not the thing at all. You should know how to write your solution. I want to develop your stamina muscle. Manasa?
Yes, sir.
All the three methods have you followed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. So children, I'm continuing to the next slide. Now I'll make it a little simpler again. Yes, children.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, I think the angle between them is 90 degrees.
I was asking.
Okay, sir.
So Vignesh, I want you to show a solution, do a solution now. Should
Okay,
get
sir.
The angle between A and B is 90, not between A and C. You can use the cosine rule again. Look. Hello, children. It's given that C is the resultant of these two. So what is the formula? Hello. Mod C equals what should I write? Under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Of course, you can, if you can guess the angle between A and B to be 90 straight away, there will be no issue. But for that, you should have known the Pythagorean squares. So C is 17.
Yes, sir.
A is 15 square. B is 8 square. 2AB, I can write, of course, cos theta. So if you square it, 17 square equals what? 225 plus 64 plus 2 into
289.
cos theta, right? What do you
Yeah.
say? So this is 289, this is also 289, isn't it?
I got cancelled. Yes.
Cancel. So cos theta equals 0. So theta equals 90, isn't it? Which means between A and B it is 90. This is A, this is B, for example. If you go by law of triangular vectors, this is 15, this is 8. I'm asking you angle between A and C. You understand? This is C. So this tan alpha will be 8 by 15. That is 8 sin theta by 15 plus 8 cos theta, if you want to write. Otherwise, simply 8 by 15. Or if you go by parallelogram, this is 15, this is 8. So this is the resultant, right? So this alpha, once again, this is 8, this is 8. So tan alpha is 8 by 15. So the answer is 8 by 15, not 90. 90 is the angle between A and B. Okay. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So don't be in a hurry. Guru Charan?
Yes,
Shivacharan?
sir.
Vishnuvardhan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ramakrishna Reddy?
Yes, sir.
Are you following?
Yes, sir.
And Damodar, are you there in the class today? Damodar, I don't know. I have to check. So can I go to the next question? Vishnuvardhan,
Yes.
Enoch. I told you already, there are only two formulas I'm using, nothing else. The whole idea is using cosine rule or using these diagrams and solving the questions. Manasa,
Yes, sir.
is this all right, everything?
Yes, sir. I understood.
Really? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'll continue, children. So can I change the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jeevan Jyoti, Hari Prasad, Srivalli, Suraj.
Yes, sir. Sir, is it fourth one?
Fourth one, probably, we don't know. If you tell me how is fourth one correct, we'll agree.
Yes, sir.
Vishnuvardhan,
Sir?
tell me. Vignesh.
Sir, are there two answers here or only one, sir?
If there are two answers, tell two answers. I don't know. I just gave it like that.
Sir, in the first three options, we can say that the minimum and maximum values, if you find out all the three cases.
Tell me, how do you say? First one?
First one, all three are 10. So the
Tell me.
maximum one is 20 and the minimum is in the first one. In the first case, all three forces are 10, 10, 10, sir.
No, you should be more clear. If you want to speak in Telugu also, I have no problem.
Sir?
Yes.
Just a minute, Vignesh. Vishnuvardhan wants to say something.
Yes, sir. If you take any two forces and add them,
10 and 10 I'll take.
10. The maximum will be 20 and the minimum will be 0.
So
if we oppose the other force, we can get 10.
Which means there can be 10 in the middle, right?
Yes, sir.
Some angle.
Yes, sir.
So this 10
some
can be
angle will
opposite
be
to this 10.
Yes, sir. Then we can get 0.
That's why this can produce 0.
Yeah. But the fourth case can't produce 0 in the same.
Similarly, for the other two also he means, but fourth one, you can take any two, say 10 and 20 you take, for example. Minimum is 10, maximum is 30.
20.
So 40
30.
cannot produce
Yes,
a result, 0 resultant with anything. Or you take 10 and 40, even more bad, because minimum is 30, maximum is
30.
50. So 20 goes below it.
50.
So result is between 30 and 50, which is greater than 20. So that 20, this number greater than 30 or 20, and this 20 will produce a net value. So you cannot get 0 resultant, right? Hello. So only in this case you cannot produce 0 resultant. In every other case you can get. You can check if you want. Right? 10 and 20. If you take 2, minimum is 10, maximum is 30. So this 30 can be opposite to this 30 and produce 0 resultant, isn't it? So here 10 and this, we take these two, minimum 10, maximum 30. So it is in between, this 20 is between 10 and 30. So that can produce 0 resultant with this. That's not possible, only with 4. For those who did not follow, tell me. So can I give another question?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Just deliberate have given once again to remind you about the formula. Tell me, children. Why is it taking so long? Okay, you can say mod A is 50. Mod B is 100. That means you can put A like this to visualize. B like this to visualize. This angle is 60. So resultant will be somewhat like that, which comes from formula. Mod of vector A plus vector B is root of 50 square plus 100 square plus 2 into 50 into 100 into cos 60 is how much? 1 by 2. Cancel, right? So this is 2500. This is
10,000.
10,000. This is
5,000.
5,000. So add up.
So it's 50 root 7. So, so the answer is 50 root 7.
50 root
7.
7. Are you sure? This is how much?
Yes, sir. It's root of 100. Sorry, it's a root of 17,500. So
okay, right. So and then tan alpha equals mod B 50 sin theta sin 60 by mod A. This is mod B, no? So 100. Sorry. This is alpha. That's why this comes first. This comes first. Mod B sin theta by mod A 50 plus mod B cos 60. That is 100 root 3 by 2 by 50 plus 100 cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. 50. So this is how much? Tan alpha is root 3 by 2. Whatever it is. You can leave it like that because that particular angle directly we don't know unless we look into the tables. Okay. Now, I'll within the next given time, I'll just start the physics examples here. Okay. Now we showed the applications of this cosine rule in a simple way. Finish it off. I'll go to the next heading. The beginning.
Why did we take only mod A is equal to 50 and mod B is equal to 100, sir?
You can take the other way. I have no problem. You can take the other way. No issue. You have to be clear which one are you taking, which one. Okay. Right?
Yes, sir.
So, shall I change this now? Children.
Yes, sir.
Now, examples in physics. Already we've done examples in physics about force. Why should I mention like this? I'll tell you. I have taken care to see that I give forces only there. I did not give any other physical quantity. Do you follow my point?
Yes, sir.
For example, some A is going like this with 10 meters per second. A person A is walking like this with 10 meters per second. A person B is walking like this with 10 meters per second. This is speed of person B, this is speed of person A. If I ask you what is the sum of these two velocities, you may calculate like this. Sir, this is 10 square plus 10 square under root, which is 10 root 2, making an angle 45 degrees or whatever you might say. But it has no physical meaning at all. Do you follow?
Yes, sir, because both of them are independent. They don't.
Like this fellow is going that way, this fellow is going this way. So if I say this is 10 root 2, whose velocity is this? Tell me, who is going that way? No one. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Vasist and others.
Yes, sir.
So simply because in vectors we follow this law to add vectors, you cannot add everything, whatever you wanted. That's why there's a meaning for this heading. Examples in physics. Do you follow? Children?
Yes, sir.
But in future, I'll show you something here, very interesting thing, which I'll do that in the difference of two vectors, for example. The same question I can ask in a slightly different way. Now, look at this, very interesting thing comes. A is going this way with 10 meters per second. A real person, A means. B is going like this with 10 meters per second. Huh? Now, if I ask you, what is the velocity of B with respect to A? What did I say? What is the velocity of B as watched by A? Do you follow my point?
Yes, sir.
When you said 10 meters per second, the velocity of A, 10 meters per second, the velocity of B, it is somebody who is standing here is saying this, that these two persons are running this with this velocity. So if A looks at B, since A is also moving, B's velocity cannot be 10 like you watch it from outside. This is just common sense question. There's no big serious physics yet. Huh? Hello. In that case, to get the velocity of B with respect to A, we reverse this velocity is A and then add these two things, which will be like this. This is called relative velocity. So for a person A, B appears to be moving like this. Is it possible or not? Hello? Intuition.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is called relative velocity. So this reversing and adding is called subtraction. So subtraction of two velocities has a physical meaning. Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Array, don't you see this? Like when two trains, anyway, I'll discuss it in details, relative velocity later in the difference of vectors. Two trains are moving with 10 meters per second, 10 meters per second, and you watch. Don't you say this is going with a lot of speed and you feel to be at rest? That happened because you reversed your speed on this fellow and added it. So this will appear to come with 20. I'm not giving a formula away. Opposite direction relative velocity sum, all that I'm not saying. I'm giving a physical feel for it. You feel that you're not moving, but you think that your motion is imposed on this fellow's motion. So you think that he's coming with 20. So this reversing and adding is what you call vector difference, which we'll be discussing next. Do you follow? So what I was trying to tell you was sum of vectors or difference of vectors have a particular purpose in physics. You cannot simply add some force velocity to force vector to velocity vector. You can add two force vectors to get some net force on a body. You understand? But adding somebody's velocity with your velocity doesn't mean anything, isn't it? That's where the word examples in physics has a purpose and meaning, children. One, resultant force acting on a particle, resultant or net force, whatever, acting on a particle on a body is the vector sum of what? Vector sum of individual forces acting on it. Which we did already, right? We took every time forces example only, isn't it? 50 newtons, 100 newtons, making 60. All that is already taken care. what it means is F resultant or F net, whatever you want to say, is equal to F1 bar plus F2 bar. That means, right, this is only a notation, children. There's nothing like 100 bar plus 100 bar adding like this. This is meaningless. Do you follow? What it means is you should follow geometrical rules to find out F net, which is what? Root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 and F2 cos theta. Or it also means this is F1, this is F2. So this is F1 plus F2. Geometrically and algebraically, I can show like this. So forces can be added like that to get the net force. Similarly, momentum, linear momentum of a system of particles or bodies. P system is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 like that, and so on. Even here F1 plus F3 also you can write, but we are using only for F1, F2, for example. In that case, this formula, right? Otherwise, we need to find out the sum of these two first and then add it to that. If you want to use law of parallelogram vectors or triangular vectors for many vectors, this one should be reduced to 1, then this should be added to it, which we generally don't do. We have got other methods to do that. Okay. Tell me, children, where are you?
Understood, sir.
So momentum can be added, forces can be added. Are you writing it quickly? Now,
Yes.
One of the most important applications of this, I'll tell you by turning the page. Manasa.
Sam, actually, what if the momentum is in different directions?
That's why you need to add according to the directions. Huh? Look at this.
Right.
Since Vasist asked, I'll tell you. There's a ball moving like this towards right with, say, 2 meters per second. And say the mass of this is 4. And there's another ball moving like this with 1 meter per second, moving with a velocity. Mass of this is 8 kg. Now you take them as a single system for whatever reason. Huh? So P of the system equals, tell me, this is 8 in this direction, this is 8 in this direction. What is the angle between them? 180. So mod of the P of the system is 8 minus 8, 0. You follow? Two vectors with 8 kg meter per second, 8 kg meter per second are making an angle what? 180. So mod A minus mod B, 0. Assist.
Yes, sir.
Others, are you okay with that? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now, the third and most important example, which will be very interesting, I'll be discussing that now in vectors, latent kinematics. Third one, velocity of a body from a fixed frame or a ground frame is equal to velocity of the body relative to the moving frame plus velocity of the moving frame with reference to fixed frame. This is one way. Or velocity of a body in the ground frame is equal to velocity of the body relative to the ground plus velocity of the moving frame with respect to ground frame, whichever way you want to write. What is fixed frame? I'll give an example. Tomorrow I'll elaborate it. There's a river flowing like this. Okay. So you stand on the banks and watch a swimmer. The reverse velocity is, say, 2 km per hour. And the person can swim inside the river with respect to the river with 4 km per hour. So this fellow says that the person is going with 4 plus 2, 6 km/h. This 4 is what? Velocity relative to river. This 2 is what? Velocity of river with respect to shore. And what is this 6 one? Velocity of swimmer with respect to shore. But who is going to feel this velocity? If there is a person standing on a float to whom waters may be still, and this fellow says this fellow is going with 4. And I'll say that this fellow is going with 6. I'll also say that the river is flowing with 2. But this fellow will say that the swimmer is going with 4. Only for him, this is 4, not for us. For us from here, it is velocity of the swimmer as watched by him, plus velocity of river as watched by you. So that is what you mean by this statement.
Sir,
Right?
once can you show me the previous slide, sir?
Ayyo, after all this, you're asking previous. You're not listening to this.
Sir, actually, I forgot to note down the last.
Come on. I'll come back to that again, but remember this is the most analytical and scientific way of talking about things. I'm not going to talk about the river problems the way you feel comfortable, but not really understand it in a proper way.
Done, sir.
This one you note, because tomorrow I'll be elaborating this further.
Yeah, yes, sir.
This one, Vignesh, are you okay with the statement I made here? There's a swimmer here.
Yes, sir.
Whose velocity is 4 km/h means who will say this? This fellow who is on a float, I told. I don't know whether people notice that word. What's a float? Some wooden piece, raft on which he stands. So he is moving along with water. So for him, waters will be still, waters won't be moving. That fellow says he's going with 4. That's what you mean by V relative to river. Hello?
Understood, sir.
So this is going to be one of the most important things for us. Manasa, Suhita, Valli, Gayatri, Jivana Jyoti. Tell me, children.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Just write it. We'll see.
Understood, sir.
Day after tomorrow, we'll start from here. This is an example of what? Vector. Okay. Isn't it so? Like, for example, you have a train, long train running. The train is going with, say, 20 meters per second. There's a stunt master here. He is running on the train with respect to the train with 2 meters per second. But I, standing on the road, ground, will say that the stunt master is going with
22 meters per second.
But the stunt master was going with 2 this way. I'll say the stunt master is going with
18 meters per second.
So what is this 2 called? It is the relative velocity. Velocity relative to the moving train. That means if somebody was standing here, like Vignesh was standing here and watching this runner, stunt master, Vignesh will say that runner is going with 2 only. He doesn't know that he's moving. This 20 won't be felt by him. Try to understand. But I, from the ground, will say that the stunt master is going with 22 or 18 like this. So this kind of problems will be done with this generalization, either this way, whatever. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So keep thinking about it. Tomorrow we shall go to that in a big way. Right?
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much. I'll be ending the session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, children. Bye.